a second. Hey, BB. How you doing this morning? Want some farina? We're going to make some farina. Oh, I'm over here. There I am. Check him out. Isn't he a beauty? Come on, let me see that beautiful face of yours. He's got snow all over him. Yeah, as you can see, he's what they call a Maine coon cat, you know. And now he's doing what cats do, you know. They're like the greatest predators on the planet, unfortunately. But that's, you know, that's just the way life is, right? All right, BB. Hey, it's OgO the chef. I got it's a little thing I did, like a Gregorian chant and some music happening in the back. So this is going to be a Gregorian groove chant breakfast with vanilla pudding and a bed of graham with hot farina and dry fruits. I'm going to try and do this like quickly. So I got the water boiling. It's bubbling up really good. Howdy's here. He's dancing around today. There's Einstein, there's Pop Man, and there's Mr. and Mrs. Pear. Don't they make a nice pair? I know. All right. I'm not sure. That didn't look like enough farina right off the bat, but I don't know. Maybe it is. You know, I don't like to measure, you know, because I'm not a chef, you know. So measuring's not an option. Let's keep that going. Then I got a few little special things I'm going to do once that happens. In fact, it's in the refrigerator. I'm going to get it out right now. Okay. Check this out, man. This is something I made last night. It's also not rocket science, although it's really kind of... I made it too light, it looks like, so I'm going to have to suck the pudding instead of chew on it, but that's okay. Uh-oh, check this out, Oh. I love emergencies. Without them, you never learn anything, you know what I'm saying? So that was sort of an emergency there for a little while, but with the howdy, he knew something was up. He said, hey, Gus, what's going on, you know? It must be near the end of the winter, because when you talk to these things and they start talking back, then you know it's like, okay, spring is near. Okay, I'm going to keep that going around a little bit. This is not rocket science, like I always say, you know. Here we go. Pair production, that's what that is, pair production. Yeah, we're going to get some things. I always like to doctor things up, so I'm going to get some, I love mission figs. I like to cut them up so you get to, let me take this Band-Aid off. You know, I got a, what do you call it? Ow. Don't you hate that when you take a Band-Aid off, you know? Okay. Oh, there's another little piece that I really enjoy. It's called a bird feeder. Kind of how I felt when I was looking at the birds one day on a peaceful moment. That's one thing you got to give yourself, peaceful moments, you know. And up here, I do have one of the greatest gifts in the world, and that's actual silence. You know what I mean? Just a few minutes of that, and it just makes your day. The best part of cooking is eating all the little stuff you're making. Alright, I'm not sure I'm going to make this cook all the way down. Boy, I'm messy today, man. But you're not cooking unless you have a messy pot, you know what I mean? Right, pot man? Alright. I'm going to roll that around a little bit more. Okay. I'm gonna find something to put the butter in. La, 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 la. Yeah. I like to put butter in, you know, on the bottom of like the farina dish. You just put it like that. Good stuff. Okay. Let's go for that. A few other surprises. Okay, and I put this up here. I mean, you know, it's farina, right? That's looking good. Put the pot in there. That's one of those things you're going to want to put some stuff in that pot, otherwise the farina freezes and then you got to, you know, you need a jackhammer to get it off. Okay. Pop in some Mission figs, kind of move them around so they become a surprise here and there. And then I like to throw in some raisins. Yeah. Oh, that's looking good. There's a few more. Then I like to get a little fancy. This is just for like a vanilla wafer, so I like to crush the vanilla on top like this. Wow. You talk about crushing, man. This is... There we go. That's fine. Yeah, we got a couple large pieces. That's okay. Crush a little vanilla wafer. Then I want to go into my bag of like... Alright. Here it is. Always like a little cinnamon, but not much, you know, just to give it a color. Yeah, that's more than enough. Alright, we're going there. And then, let's see, there was something else. Oh, yes, we're going to pop a little bit of, just right in the middle so you can see it, you know, right there. Oh, yes. And that's a little wildflower honey. Love those wild bees, you know what I mean? There's nothing like a wild bee. Alright. Now that's delicious, you have to admit. Now even though I hate to break up this pear, oh, well, he lost the dignity of his hat, man, that could be a problem. And then I'm just gonna slice a couple of pear things here. Maybe, you know, try to make a little fancy, maybe, I don't know, maybe I can make a face, you know? Nah, I can't. I'm not that artistic. I like eating, otherwise, you know. Alright. Uh-oh, here's a groove coming up. What happened to the Gregorian chant, man? So there it is. I mean, I guess you can see that, Farina. And, I don't know about cutting this. This ought to be a good joke. Nah. You know what? This is called floating pudding. Can you see that? You know, it's like, this is how not to do it. You know, I'm not afraid of that. But, I don't know what I'm going to do with floating pudding, you know, like, check this out, man. Yeah, I'm going to get there. I don't care. I'm going for it, you know. Oh, my God. That's the perfect music for it. Okay, so, yeah, this one everyone's going to have to crowd around this dish, otherwise it ain't going to happen. So this is called something in my dish for dessert and a little bit of farina. That's a good thing I don't have an ego as a real chef, you know what I mean? What a loss that would be. Okay, so, what do we have here? We had a Gregorian group chant for breakfast, right? And this is like vanilla pudding in a bed of graham, but that's more like vanilla mush in a bed of whatever. And then we had hot farina and dried fruits, like, and, you know, plus pear and, I mean, look at that. Does that look good? Yeah. Yeah, we're on remote control. Everybody's on remote control. I feel really good this morning. I hope you do too. So, you know, just enjoy your day. Every day is an absolute blessing. Every moment's an absolute blessing. But you know what? It's not a blessing unless you make it for yourself. Okay. All right. Ciao. Uh-oh, BB's hungry. Hey, BB, you hungry? Yeah, he is. Okay. Chef OgO, or OgO the Chef. I don't know. What do I call myself? Go up on YouTube. I had a lot of these videos. I think you'll enjoy them. You know, just a short